idea of sin and what can be done about it. We look to see how sin can be covered, how sin can be blotted out, how God can be satisfied in his righteous demands regarding sin, and how reconciliation can be made for the nation of Israel. On this day, there's going to be a sin offering for the whole congregation, and the problem of sin would be dealt with for the people. We understand, of course, that this day was only a type or a shadow. If it had been otherwise, it wouldn't have been necessary to repeat it year after year. The day obviously prophesied of the coming Messiah, Christ, who would one day, once for all, be the sin-bearing sacrifice who would atone for the sin of the whole world. And we're going to come to that and look at that Day of Atonement. But before that, we are going to go back and look at something else that we missed. And we're not surprised that we miss things as we go. As I said to you, we'll often miss things as we go. And we'll pick them up often. Now, we pick this up because in Exodus 29:33, we have the first usage of our word atonement. And we look up this word atonement and we say it means to cover specifically with bitumen. And we think about bitumen and we say, what is bitumen? Well, it's that tar. We call it tar. It's pitch. And this brings something to our mind, and we say, hey, wait a minute, we need to go back and have a look at this word pitch and see if we find it in the Bible. And sure enough, we do. And where does it take us? Back to Genesis, and we find that our word atonement is really first used in Genesis, and this first usage of it tells us a great deal about it. Now we'll leave this lecture here and we'll come back and we'll look at this word pitch and we'll see where we find it and we'll see what it's about, and that's another wonderful lesson that we'll do, that I've included it in this lesson for the sake of the exercise. So I'll just leave that there.